What if I told you that the greatest turning point in your life will arrive the very day you stop explaining yourself to others and begin focusing entirely on the quiet, disciplined work that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary achievers? What if the most powerful strategy in the world is not noise, not talking, not announcing your intentions, but silence? Pure, steady silence accompanied by relentless self-development. Most people spend their lives trying to be seen. Few spend their lives becoming worth seeing, and that is the difference that divides the average from the exceptional. There is a quiet power in the person who works without announcing, who builds without broadcasting. The world has conditioned us to believe that success is loud, that achievement must scream. Yet history proves exactly the opposite. The greatest breakthroughs, the greatest ideas, the greatest revolutions of progress were formed not in crowds, not in applause, not in noise, but in deep silence, in solitude, in stillness, within the mind of a person completely devoted to a purpose that burned brighter than any approval they could ever receive. Focus on yourself and stay silent. You will be astonished what happens. The world is loud today. Everyone wants attention. Everyone wants to be seen, validated, recognized. They speak before listening, decide before thinking, react before understanding. But the person who is calm, the person who is deliberate, the person who is silent long enough to build inner strength, this person becomes unstoppable. Silence is not weakness. Silence is preparation. The seed is silent in the soil before it becomes a tree. The moon is silent while it controls the tides. The sun rises silently every morning, yet without it nothing grows. Nature itself demonstrates that silence is where power gathers before it reveals itself. So if you are working quietly right now, remember this: you are not failing. You are forming. The tragedy of modern life is that most people are terrified of being alone with themselves. They fear the silence because silence forces them to confront who they actually are, not who they pretend to be. They fear looking inward because they know they are not yet who they want to become, and instead of building, they distract themselves. They distract themselves with gossip, with comparison, with constant consumption, with endless talking, with shallow entertainment, with chasing opinions. And as they speak, their energy leaks. As they speak, their opportunity fades. As they speak, someone else is quietly building what they only talk about. Reputation is what people say about you. Character is what you build in silence. The moment you stop trying to prove yourself to others, you begin proving yourself to yourself, and that is the only proof that matters. It is a strange paradox. The more you focus on others, the weaker you become, but the more you focus on yourself, the more valuable you become to the world. Your life will change the moment you stop performing and start improving. When you stop trying to impress others and start trying to impress your future self. When you stop talking about what you will do and start doing what you were meant to do. Think for a moment about where you are in life right now. Everything you have, everything you know, or everything you are, has been created by the thoughts you allowed, the habits you repeated, the discipline you maintained, and the focus you protected. And everything you desire, everything you dream, everything you believe could be possible, depends entirely on what you do with the time and silence you possess today. If you truly want to transform your life, you must begin by mastering your attention. Focus is the rarest currency in the world. People lose years of their life because they never learn to separate the essential from the meaningless. They scatter their energy into 1,000 directions, instead of one direction long enough to create something remarkable. A river cuts through stone not because of force, but persistence. The mind is the same. Tremendous progress comes from quiet, consistent focus. There is something extraordinary that happens when a person shuts out the world and listens to their inner voice. They begin discovering what they truly want, not what they were told to want. They begin uncovering abilities they never knew they possessed. They begin building discipline that reshapes their destiny. The most important battle in your life will never be with another person, but with the distractions that seek to rob you of your potential. Silence sharpens the mind. It strengthens the spirit. It calms the chaos. It reveals truth. You cannot hear your own purpose if you are drowning in noise. You cannot build the future you want while you are busy arguing about the present you dislike. You cannot grow while you are explaining yourself to those who do not understand your vision. Every second spent defending your goals to others is a second stolen from building them. When you learn to stay silent, you learn to observe. You learn to think. Most people listen only to respond. Few listen to understand. But wisdom grows in silence. Learning grows in silence. Strength grows in silence. Those who seek applause usually settle for average. Those who seek mastery rise above the rest. If people don't understand what you are doing right now, good. They aren't supposed to. Your path is meant for you, not for them. They cannot see your vision because it was not given to them. Every great dream begins its life in the dark. So do not reveal what is not ready, do not expose what is not built, do not speak before it is time. A masterpiece is created in silence and revealed when complete. You owe nothing to those who doubt you. You owe everything to the version of yourself waiting to emerge. Focus on building that version. Focus on becoming someone whose results speak so loudly that you never need to. The world will notice when success arrives, it always does. But the world will not join you during the lonely hours, the quiet struggles, the unseen battles. That is where the real work lives, and that is where champions are formed. Most people quit because they seek approval before progress. They talk about their plans, hoping someone will encourage them. But encouragement is temporary. Self-belief is permanent. Others will question you. Others will misunderstand you. Others will criticize you. But none of that has power unless you choose to listen. The greatest freedom you will ever experience is when you no longer fear the opinions of others. When you are focused on improving yourself, doors begin to open. Opportunities appear. People arrive who recognize your value. But first you must transform within. Success is not something you chase. It is something you attract by the person you become. And becoming that person requires silence, discipline, and unwavering focus. Every day ask yourself one question. What am I doing today that moves me closer to who I want to be? If the answer is nothing, then you are drifting. And drifting is the silent thief of life. Days become weeks, weeks become months, months become years, and suddenly the opportunity you once dreamed of is gone. But if you give each day purpose, if you protect your silence, if you build yourself patiently, then progress becomes inevitable. The world may not see your effort right now. They may not understand your isolation, your dedication, your sacrifice. They may call you distant or strange, but one day they will ask how you did it. And you will smile, not because they praise you, but because you know exactly what it took to become who you are. You earned it in silence. You built it in silence. You proved them wrong without saying a word. Focus on yourself. Stay silent. Give your time only to what strengthens you, improves you, and elevates you. Protect your mind from noise. Protect your vision from doubt. Protect your heart from negativity, and protect your dreams from those who cannot see their own. One day your silence will roar louder than any words ever could. There is a moment in every life when silence becomes a test of patience, a test of faith, a test of endurance. You will feel invisible. You will feel misunderstood. You will feel as though nothing is changing. But that is the moment to remain still and committed, because that is the moment where most people give up. They walk away because they mistake quiet progress for failure. They do not realize that the seed must remain underground before it breaks the surface. They forget that growth is invisible long before it becomes undeniable. You are not behind. You are being prepared. It is in silence that you develop clarity. Clarity about what matters. Clarity about who you are. Clarity about what you refuse to settle for. When you step away from the noise of others, you begin hearing the wisdom within yourself. Your instincts become sharper. Your priorities become clearer. You gain the strength to walk alone if necessary, and that is one of the most powerful strengths a human being can possess. There is a quiet kind of confidence that comes from knowing you need no validation. You do not need approval. You do not need permission. You do not need applause. You simply need direction, discipline, and consistency. Life rewards the disciplined far more than it rewards the talented. The world is full of talent but empty of persistence. Anyone can start. Few continue. Few commit. Few persist long enough to earn the victory that belongs to them. Do not underestimate the force of small, silent steps taken every single day. Progress does not need to announce itself. Progress does not need recognition. Progress simply requires consistency. If you work on yourself 1 hour each day, you will transform your life faster than the loudest person who talks about their dreams but never acts on them. The loud chase the illusion of progress. The silent create real progress. Most people live their lives trying to be remembered. Instead, become someone worth remembering. You do not need to say what you will do. Your results will speak for you in time. Greatness does not need noise. Greatness needs focus. Greatness needs solitude. Greatness needs unwavering commitment to a purpose. Most people cannot see. Think of a person who has achieved something extraordinary. You may admire what they became, but you were not there for the nights they worked alone. You were not there for the silence they endured. You were not there for the sacrifices they made. Do not envy the final chapter if you are not willing to write the painful ones that came before. The world loves the outcome, but ignores the process. The process is built in silence. You must be willing to detach from distraction. The modern world is designed to steal your attention, and attention is life. What you focus on grows. What you ignore fades. If you focus on problems, your problems will multiply. If you focus on excuses, your limitations will strengthen. If you focus on growth, your life will expand. Your attention is the architect of your destiny. Protect it fiercely. There will come a day when the noise of the world no longer influences you. A day when you do not respond to criticism. A day when you do not chase praise. A day when you stop looking around and start looking within. That is the day your life truly begins. Peace does not come from controlling others. Peace comes from mastering yourself, and mastery is built in silence. You do not need to reveal your plans. You do not need to defend your choices. You do not need to justify your dreams. They are yours, and if you remain committed long enough, you will live them. The most powerful people on earth do not spend their time explaining. They spend their time creating. They build, they refine, they grow. They stay silent until their work speaks loud enough that the world must listen. Focus on what you can control. Release what you cannot. You cannot control what others think. You cannot control how others react. You cannot control whether others support you. But you can control your effort. You can control your mindset. You can control your discipline. You can control your time. And when you control these things, your life becomes unstoppable. Your future self is watching you. Every day you are either building that future or destroying it. Your habits are either planting seeds or pulling them out of the soil. Your decisions are either investing in your dream or stealing from it. The silent hours you commit today will become the loud applause tomorrow. Tell no one what you are doing. Let your results reveal your plan. Let your success reveal your discipline. Let your character reveal your strength. Work so intensely that silence becomes your greatest ally. When someone asks what you're working on, smile and continue working. When someone doubts you, smile and continue working. When someone tells you it is impossible, smile and continue working. They will all understand when the results arrive. Never forget, a calm mind is stronger than a loud one. A controlled mind is more powerful than a reactive one. A focused mind accomplishes more than a scattered one. You do not need more opinions. You need more commitment. You do not need more noise. You need more silence. So stay focused. Stay disciplined. Stay silent. Not because you are hiding, but because you are becoming. And what you are becoming will surprise those who doubted you, inspire those who believed in you, and most importantly, fulfill the promise you made to yourself long before anyone was watching.